In this episode, we're going to South Africa and we're going to prepare their signature meat snack, which has been around for hundreds of years, Biltong. And for that, we have chosen a beautiful Black Angus peeled beef knuckle that I've broken down. There's a link down below how to break down a subprimal cut like that.
Yeah, if you were secretly wanted to become a butcher, well, and you never.
Yeah, I can't deny that. I can't deny that. But anyway, there's actually a good lesson in kitchen economics there, because when you take a subprimal cut and break it down yourself, you get this beautiful underrated cut of beef for no money per kilo. So it's really, you can use it for so many good things. The small muscles for stir fry, the big bullet muscle you can turn into roast beef, and we've done that actually, and it's fantastic. Tender and lean on the lean side, so you're gonna enjoy
and
that.
Very tasteful also.
It is, it is. But for Biltong, we're gonna go another way. Let's take the bullet muscle first here so you can see. We have, let me turn it the other way so I can show it to you. The grain runs in this direction, and we want to cut this into steaks of about 2 centimeters width, and we're cutting with the grain, because then when we finish these, then we will be cutting them in thin strips against the grain, and then they're gonna be really tender and beautiful. But see the beauty here, such a beautiful cut.
That looks good.
In here, and about the same thickness, 2 centimeters.
Prime quality.
Prime quality, it's really, really nice actually. I'm happy we stumbled upon that cut, because we've done a lot of good stuff with it. Here we are, all cut up and nice, and actually, as you can see here, some of the individual muscles from the beef knuckle, they are quite thin, so we don't have to cut them. Just make sure they have about the same thickness, so we get some nice big slices when we're finished with this. Now we're going on with our marinade, and for that we're going to use coriander seeds, salt, pepper, chili flakes, red wine vinegar, and W sauce.
But you know, the South Africans, the native ones, they were only curing it with salt, and then they were hanging it out in the sun to dry. It was the European settlers that in the 18th century brought the rest of the ingredients there.
Okay, I actually thought I had the original recipe here, but apparently not. But this is the one we're going.
Actually, that's how Biltong was born, with the help of the Europeans, you know.
But anyway, the measurements here are really important, because this is an equilibrium cure, and the measurements for 3.55 kilo of meat is down below. But there is also a link to Two Guys in a Cooler. They have an amazing YouTube channel, you should check it out. They have a calculator where you put in your meat weight, and then you get the exact measurements of spices you need. So, next step is we have to roast our coriander seeds. So, see you at the stove. We have to get these on a pan here so we can roast them to release the essential oils. And the reason you want to do that, 2 things. Flavor, obviously, but also because it has antimicrobial properties. And that was introduced to prolong the lifetime of the Biltong, actually. So we toast this now till they get darker and releases flavor, and they get a little bit glossy from the oil, and then they're ready to be crushed.
So cooking is a science, right?
It is, especially baking. And trust me, you don't know what I have coming up.
Shall I be worried?
Probably. Probably I would be if I were you. Here they are, nice and toasty. Get them over here, and we are gonna grind these up in our spice grinder or coffee grinder, whatever you want to call it. You could use a mortar and pestle if that's what you prefer, but with this much, it's much easier to do it in one of these. There we are, beautiful. And we give it a good whiff here. Coriander all done, and that smells amazing.
It smells all the way here, it's fantastic.
It's crazy. But now we have to mix our dry spices apart from the salt, and I'll show you why in a bit, and that's actually also a trick from the Two Guys in a Cooler. Our pepper, cracked pepper, made in the same machine. Our chili flakes.
But in reality, the chili flakes are optional. You
Completely.
put it only if you want a bit of a hit.
That's completely up to you, but consider that with the surface of the meat, when you cut it, you get only a little bit of the crust, so you can take a little bit of heat there. But make sure all of this is well and nice combined.
Oh la la, it smells really good with
It's
the
fantastic.
roasted coriander. That's a
amazing.
nice trick to
Yeah.
put it also in other recipes.
Yeah. It's so good. I mean, it's gonna give fantastic flavor. And as I said, it's gonna keep it longer shelf life with the.
Well, Biltong was my favorite cut there in South Africa when I used to live in Cape Town. I was consuming a lot of it.
True, you have told me so.
Yeah.
We do the same here with the liquids. Just the sauce into our vinegar, swirl it a bit so it's ready. Then the next step is deal with the meat. First up, our liquids. Pour it over here. It's a very simple process. Just get it in, and then we're gonna flip them around so we get it on all sides. Ooh, the W sauce smells good here. It's gonna give some nice umami to this. That's for sure.
Actually, I have missed Biltong along, you know. I haven't been for like 2 decades now in South Africa. Yeah, and you can't buy that outside. Have you ever seen it anywhere?
Not really, no, but it's becoming more and more popular because there are now cooking videos out there on YouTube to show how to make it. That's also why we are doing it, obviously, but...
Yeah, but you can't find it in a,
No,
I don't know,
not
very,
easy.
you know, expensive delicatessen shop. But
Maybe.
it's not something that you see around easily.
No. So, nice and wet all over. Then we're gonna go, and this is why we didn't mix the spices actually. The salt we have to go in with all of it. I'm gonna use half on this side first to mix it around.
That's what cures the meat,
Exactly.
basically.
Because what we're going to do with the other spice mixture is we're going to preserve a little bit of that till after the marination. That's going to be giving that beautiful presentation when we are finished with all of this.
Well, you see, when we didn't have fridges, we had to develop so many different ways to preserve meat and other things, you know.
Yeah, and today all of those things has become delicacies. So that's,
Yeah, well,
I mean, cured
salt
cod.
and sugar were very, very important things back in the day.
Very true. And now we're going to flip this around a couple of times so we are sure that the salt gets dissolved with the liquid and everything is salty and nice so that meat cures perfectly.
Well, in 3-4 days we're going to have Biltong and I do look forward to it.
So do I. But here you have to be really thorough. You need to make sure that the salt is everywhere. So
Massage it, baby, massage it. Make me a good Biltong for Mama.
I'll make you a perfect biltong. All of this is nice, and I have arranged it, squeezed it in so it's in one flat layer, because now I want to take out, as I said, about 1/4 of this. Doesn't that look about right to you?
I am. That's for later, huh?
Exactly. And then we're going to spread our spice mixture here carefully over the top. Make sure you go about half on this side. And we're going to flip them and arrange them nicely again. Oh, the smell here is fantastic. Like that. And then pat it in a little bit. A little more here.
And then you need to do the other side also.
Yes. Now I'm going to flip it over and tuck them in again. And now for the second side, again, as you see, tuck them nicely so they're flat. And then we give them a coating here. So give it a quick pat down here. And now we are finished for today. All we have to do now is leave this in the fridge for 24 to 36 hours. We are probably going to go for 36 to give it a good cure. And so see you in 1.5 days. Our biltong has cured for 48 hours and it looks good and it smells absolutely amazing with the coriander. Now comes the important part here, is that now we have to scale them out so we know exactly what they weigh, and then we're going to write it down. You're taking notes, right?
Yes, of course, I do that as well.
So, nice big piece here, 1 by 1. That here is 506 grams. So we put that up here. That will be bottom back. And we grab another big one here, 364. around here, 298. And now, if you remember, we reserved some of our spices. So we give it a coating here that will give it a nice, beautiful surface when it's finished. So we get a nice spice crust on them. Flip them over. This is gonna be so good. I can't wait till this is finished. It's really a super meat snack. And I think that looks good to me. We're gonna put this in our bottom rack here, and then we continue with the rest until we're all done. And here's the last one with the smallest pieces, and that goes in here. And now we're gonna set this to 35 degrees, which is the lowest setting on the dehydrator actually. And then we're gonna set it for 24 hours. I mean, traditionally you would hang this on hooks in a well-ventilated place until it dries out, and that was how it was done. Then they started using what was called a Biltong box, which is basically a plastic box with a light bulb and a computer fan, which is inherently a dehydrator. So that's what we're doing here. We use our dehydrator. I'm not sure if this is going to take 24, 36 or 48 hours, but after 24, we're going to take them out and check the weight. We are looking for something between 55 to 58% weight loss, which is in the wet end of Biltong. 50% would be wet, whereas 70-75% weight loss would be a dry Biltong. So
and then you can't show it.
No, then it becomes too hard. So tomorrow, same time, we are going to check for weight. So see you then. We have been going at it now for 23 and a half hours, so it's time to see a little bit of a, come on, tester here. So let's say we take the bottom drawer, one of the big ones here. See, that one was 364, now it's at 252. So 252.
So it's like 25% down or something.
31% actually, 31%. I want to try one in the middle here, so let's go 1, 2, 3 up and take the middle one so we see if it's uniform. 185, and that was 277 by 277. That's 60, that's 33%, so close to the same. So, and then we have the small ones in the top here, just to see that we have the same middle one. 96 divided by 138. Yeah, that's 31% also. So they're coming along pretty nicely. So if we assume that the dehydration is linear scale and we are losing, let's say 31, 32%, let's say 32 by 23.5, that's 1.4% per hour. And we are missing to go to, let's say 55. 55 minus 32, let's say, 23 divided 1.4, I said. So that's another 16 hours. So I'm going to set it now for 16 hours, and then it will switch off, and then we'll see tomorrow where we are, if we need a couple of hours more. But I don't want to take it 24 hours, because then we might shoot over to 60-something% weight loss. So I'll set it for 16 hours, and we'll see you tomorrow. Well, we waited out after 16 hours, and probably as expected, it wasn't linear, the dehydration curve. So we gave it an extra 4 hours. And now we are there where the big pieces there at 53, 54, and the smaller ones 55, 56. I don't want to take it any further, at least not until we have seen how we did on the inside. So let's carve into this baby and see how it looks on the inside. Ooh, that is just perfectly beautiful, and it has that spongy feeling that you're supposed to get. It looks absolutely fantastic. Let me cut a couple of slices here, not too thick, not too thin. And then I'm saying, why don't you come over here? You used to live in South Africa, so you can give a real evaluation on the taste profile here. So
that's true.
So come on my side of the camera. So, ready to give this a shot?
Definitely.
Let me cut this.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, this is really nice, I think.
I'll take
it looks
the middle
good.
Part. That's a blast from the past. You did it again? This is amazing. Well done, Mr.
Thank you very much.
Well, if you like cold cuts, then definitely do that. You're gonna love it.